Sometimes you reach a point where you've done everything you know how to do and things just still aren't moving. You've tried the strategies, you put in the effort, you've followed the plan, but it just feels like the returns are maybe coming in backwards. Like the more you do, the less it seems to work or maybe even matter. And I see that a lot with the people I work with who are typically high performing professionals who are already successful or have reached a certain pinnacle of success, but then something underneath the surface just doesn't feel right. It isn't adding up anymore. And that's really what my coaching method is about. It's designed for that moment when pushing harder stops working. And I call it the business breakthrough miracle method, not because we need a miracle in that literal sense, but it feels like we're so stuck that it's only a miracle that could possibly make this shift. We're looking for that place where we can actually unlock and unpack where you feel stuck. It's that place where things start to finally move again, not because you're doing more, but because you're doing things differently. And that's something in you finally shifted and you start to feel a little more aligned. And traditional coaching is great at helping you build action plans and accountability. But if you're just running in overdrive all day, every day, no plan is ever going to take hold. And so what I help people do is to create a little bit of space to reconnect with what's really going on underneath, to take some time and tap into deep inner knowing, your developing business intuition so that your decisions come from a place of clarity, not pressure. And there's a difference between clarity and knowing. Sometimes we really want to know what we're doing, and that helps feed into a sense that we have control in our lives. But we're tapping into clarity that sort of unpacks the pressure that comes from needing to know. And when that happens, things just start to work better again. Things feel like they're working together, and your body, your focus, your business starts to feel like it's working for you instead of you constantly working for it. So this process runs for about 12 weeks. And when you commit to it, I have a promise that I will commit to you. If you're doing the work, I will stay with you until that measurable breakthrough happens that we've established for what we're working on, for up to 3 additional months beyond our initial 12-week time together. And this is about a commitment to a partnership rather than a guarantee of specific outcomes, that we could actually tap into a process that's not only going to give you results, but give you a process that you can work and lean into for long after our work together is done. And the results from this method really speak for themselves. So, for instance, one client doubled her income using the reflection tools and process we created with no extra marketing, no extra hustle, and even in ways that she wasn't focusing on and couldn't imagine before. Another client turned what she thought was going to be a $20,000 loss into a 5-figure profit once she shifted, making decisions from more of an energetic place and in partnership with her business. And another client saw a 50% increase in bookings within a week of getting clarity on her focus and her goal. And like I said, in traditional coaching and traditional business psychology, we typically focus on doing more. If something isn't working, you need to do more and outsource all the things that are maybe making you feel overwhelmed. It's just problem solving, and doing more is always the answer. But once you've hit a certain level of success, most of the time, doing more is what actually keeps people stuck. You're exhausted, you're disconnected, you're unable to rest. And the work that is in the method that I do is about doing things differently. We build a relationship with your energy and your business that's sustainable and actually supports your life and your actual goals. We look to see how what you really want to create in your life can be supported by your career or business. And if you're at the point where something needs to shift, I'd love to chat. You can book a business breakthrough assessment call at the link. And it's just a genuine conversation about what's happening, what's possible, and what might help move things forward. So it's a no pressure conversation. It's just about getting clarity. And again, just book with the link, and I'd love to have a chat. I've got a few spots open for some conversations with some additional bonuses just for booking a call. Again, no pressure. Want to just talk more about the method, talk more about where you are feeling stuck, and see if this program is a good fit for what you need. And typically, what I'll hear people say is, this sounds amazing. It's exactly what I need, but I just don't have the bandwidth right now to take on something new. And I'm going to tell you that if you're hearing yourself saying that, you're who this program is designed for. It's going to help you reclaim some bandwidth so that you can start to move the needle in areas where you just have been feeling really stuck. And again, I would love to have a chat if this speaks to you, and I look forward to it.